Well, here's my setup for the Vevor 5K kilowatt diesel heater. I've done a few things to it. I put a little simple heat exchanger on it. I've got the remote, and what I've added is a thermostat controlled fan right there on my 5-inch heat exchanger. What happens is I dropped it's a 3-meter exhaust. I dropped it down into this 5-inch and I run it the whole length and then goes out. There's no curves, and that's a screened in patio right there. And then all this hot air, which is about 100 degrees, blows out. And I've put an extra piece of cardboard tube on it that I made because it doesn't quite do, and it doesn't dissipate heat. It keeps the heat inside insulated. So anyway, that serves really to just heat that back bedroom. And it does. It keeps it 80 degrees. So anyway, I'm going to fire this thing up with my remote. And there's the exhaust. I got another cardboard tube there because it just seems to help. Because it goes from, 3-inch, and I've got it down to about 2.5. So it kind of makes it blow a little, seem a little harder. But anyway, I'm going to do a startup. And there it goes, 5. I usually run this on 6 to get it warm, just 80 degrees. And then it gets so hot I can't stand it. I turn it down to 3. I'm going to put it on 6 because it seems to start up better at 6. So anyway, I'll leave it at 3 all night. And there's my, I've got 3 other jugs and they're empty, but the 5-gallon water jugs, I've been using them for 5 years. Real simple. All you do is pull the tube out. The filter's on the bottom of the fuel line down in there. You can't see it because it's red diesel fuel, but it's been running 5 years. I've not done anything to it except put that heat exchanger on, and there's a carbon monoxide tester right there that lets me know, and it has never gone off. So there's no fumes. I never smelled diesel, and surprisingly enough, when I start this thing, it doesn't even smoke. It did at first, but I think keeping that exhaust cool through that, and it blows out 100 degrees. And I'm going to put it on pause here until it gets going. Well, right now, the 71.4 is the room temperature. It's actually the temperature on that 5-inch pipe that's right. I've got it taped on right there. Right there. That's where it's taped on. And it's set to go start at 84 degrees. And it takes it a while to get going. It's just now starting to combustion burn. So it's pretty good. I got it all automatic where I just push a button and it all happens. So watch the left number as it grows. It's at 72.4. It starts getting faster. And there's a blue light that comes on when it kicks on the fan, pushes that air. So it didn't cost a whole lot to do this. I mean, it's about $50, and then, well, the fan was 30, the inline fan, and it just screws onto the pipe, and it's got its own cord, and it just plugs in. So I got it plugged into that thermostat at 75. Watch it start going fast. Now, when it gets to 84, that blue light will kick on. Should start jumping pretty quick now because that pipe's starting to get hot. And it definitely cools the exhaust as it goes out the 3 meters. Never had one problem with it. There we go. We're at 80. Now I'll go back 82. 82 here. Nope. Shouldn't be much longer. Come on, baby. Right now. There it goes. So that thermostat kicked it on. That fan's running. It's kind of jerry-rigged. It's not real pretty. If I had an old lady, she'd probably kick me out for this. But it goes right out the window. And I've got another 6-inch exhaust that I'm going to go hang so it all goes out. There's no pressure behind it, so it won't hurt nothing. And then there, sorry, it's real close here. That's putting out. It will put out over 100 degrees, and it's like a hair dryer. I mean, and it heats that back bedroom. So there's my furnace thermostat. It's at 73. About 3 minutes it'll be 80. And then I'll turn the machine down to 3 and it'll run on 3 the rest of the day. Keep it 80 in here. So anyway, I like it. I got a 12 volt AC DC converter. I've got a spare backup lithium ion 12 volt battery in case we lose power, and we have before. So like I said, I buy the diesel cheap. Well, it's not cheap, but it's like $2.50 a gallon, and does the job, you know. Pump's right there, and I don't think you could probably even hear it. I can barely hear it, but when I'm in the living room, I don't. And there's my it heats. There's 2 bedrooms back there and a bathroom, and everything blows that way, so it does the job. So right now the exhaust out the big 5-inch is 101, and then when it all shuts down, it goes, when it gets to 83, that fan shuts off, and then that thing shuts off. So it's all automatic, and I love it that way, because all I gotta do is push a button on the remote. It's all firing up. 5 years, guys. Never had it apart. The only thing I've ever done is that fan blade in there. See the dust around the outside edge? That fan blade will pick up dust, and it'll limit your airflow about probably 20%. Clean it. Take that cap off, take the top off, clean that fan blade, both sides, real good. And you won't have any problems with airflow.